Hello and welcome to our live streamed mindfulness practice. My name is Carolyn Barbar, and before we start I'd just like to invite you to register for our mindfulness course. You'll find all kinds of additional resources and the recordings of these twice weekly sessions which you can access in your own time, and there's also a helpful community forum so you can repeat your viewing. So my name is Carolyn Barbar, and this session, I'm going to talk to you a little bit about something called habit releases, which is a part of mindfulness practice that's quite useful to think about. So have you ever gone into, or maybe gone on a course, for example, and you've sat down in a chair in a room with other people, and then as you go off for your lunch, you come back and you sit in the same chair, and so does everybody else. And the following day you come back to the course and you sit in the same chair, and so does everybody else. And there's something very habit forming about finding our own space and place. There's lots of things that we do like that are our regular everyday habits. So the idea of habit releases is just to notice what those habits are. There's nothing wrong with them at all, but by sometimes doing something different, just changing our habit, maybe for one day or for a week, for a set period of time, it helps to bring us into the present. The habits are things that we kind of do on autopilot, and so by changing just small things, we can give ourselves a different perspective on the world. So chairs are a great example. So most of us have a regular seat of an evening or around the dinner table, and just changing your seating arrangements, swapping seats or changing where you sit, gives you a different perspective on the room. That's all. It's a small thing, but it just makes you more aware. So I'm just going to give you a few ideas for habit releases that you could think about doing quite easily. So one might be to not use social media for a day. Another might be to go vegetarian for a day if you're not already vegetarian or vegan. Do you listen to a regular radio channel? So just change that channel. Try something different. If you walk somewhere regularly on the same route, maybe you could vary that route. Just change the direction that you're heading in. Maybe do just do some mindful household tasks. So mindfully tidying or mindfully washing up. Something that you would normally do automatically, do it slightly differently by focusing on it and noticing how your senses feel, what the experience is like. Just do it slightly differently. Yeah, maybe go on your own to the cinema to watch a film. Drive in a different direction. Try maybe you have a regular drink. I know I'm quite routinized with my cups of tea during the day, so maybe try a different drink, drink at a different time, that kind of thing. Just being kind to somebody else. A random act of kindness. Go to bed slightly earlier, maybe an hour earlier than normal, or get yourself up an hour earlier than usual and see how that feels. So these are all ideas for habit releases. So why don't you give it a go? Just see how that feels. Okay. So I'm going to do a 10-minute guided meditation now. And this meditation is focused on developing patience. So it's about noticing thoughts and feelings that come up and then being aware of the gaps and the pauses between those thoughts and feelings. Okay, so adopt your usual meditation posture on a straight backed chair. Place your hands in your lap and allow your shoulders and neck to begin to relax. Gently close your eyes and tune into the world around you. It might be noisy outside. You might hear cars, wind, rain, air conditioning, birdsong, or human voices. Whatever is there, pay attention to the sounds for a few moments. Now gather up your awareness and move it down to both feet simultaneously for a few moments. What do you feel there? Tune into the actual sensations. There's no need to label what you find or describe it in any way. There's no correct way to feel. Do your feet feel warm or cold, tired or achy? The sensations may be intense or there might be none at all. It doesn't matter. What matters is that you're aware. Move your attention onto your ankles. Now the lower legs. Your knees. Your thighs. And on to the right hip. Pause for a few moments to take in the sensations from both hips. Move your awareness to both hands at the same time. What do you feel? Tune in to the actual sensations without feeling that you need to describe or name them in any way. And your arms, what do they feel like? And your shoulders. Then your neck. And your head. Move your awareness to your face, and your lips, and your nose. As gently as you can, start paying attention to the movement of your breath and the effect it has on your body. Can you feel your chest and stomach swelling on the in-breath and subsiding on the out-breath? Can you feel your back or shoulders stretching and broadening on each in-breath and subsiding on each out-breath? Try not to alter or force the breath in any way, but rest your awareness within its natural movements. Focus your awareness on wherever the sensations of breathing are the strongest. As best you can, focus your awareness on these sensations for a couple of minutes. From time to time, your mind will wander. This is entirely normal. Each time it happens, gently acknowledge where it went by saying, thinking, thinking, planning, planning, or whatever feels most appropriate. After you've acknowledged your mind's wanderings, bring your awareness back to wherever the sensations of breathing are the strongest. Now you've been focusing on the breath, allow your mind to wait patiently for a thought, feeling, or emotion to rise to the surface. When you become aware of your thoughts, gently acknowledge them. Simply observe them in your mind's eye. Try not to argue with them or engage with them in any way. Remember that you are not your thoughts. Notice how they rise and fall in intensity, how they entice you or goad you into reacting. When this happens, simply observe them with the mind's eye as best you can. Remain curious about them. Often the act of observing thoughts robs them of momentum and they simply melt away of their own accord. Whether this happens or not, after a few moments of observing your thought or your feeling, return your awareness to the breath. After a few breaths, once again begin waiting patiently for a thought or emotion to arise in your mind. Allow them to appear in their own time. If you feel an emotion or an urge or impulse to do something, see if you can sense where it is located in the body. Feel the sensations rise and fall for a few moments, and then return your awareness to the breath. And after a few breaths, return to waiting patiently. Try to gain a sense of what the absence of thoughts in your mind feels like. It might feel like a place of pure tranquility, an emptiness, or perhaps of something vast just beyond your grasp. Be curious and open to what it feels like. Don't try to change anything. Whatever it seems like, simply wait patiently, as if you are sitting on the edge of a vast pool. The next time a thought or emotion arises, watch its rise and fall, return to the breath, and then to patiently waiting and observing. You may run through this cycle several times. It doesn't matter, only awareness matters. Now, coming to the end of the meditation, gradually shift the focus of your awareness to the world around you. What can you hear? Gently open your eyes. Remain in this position for as long as you wish. When you do decide to move, begin by gently wiggling your fingers and toes before slowly getting out of your chair. See if you can maintain the essence of this clear and open awareness as you move through your day. And now I'm going to read a poem called Wild Geese by Mary Oliver. You do not have to be good. You do not have to walk on your knees for 100 miles through the desert repenting. You only have to let the soft animal of your body love what it loves. Tell me about despair, yours, and I will tell you mine. Meanwhile, the world goes on. Meanwhile, the sun and the clear pebbles of the rain are moving across the landscapes, over the prairies and the deep trees, the mountains and the rivers. Meanwhile, the wild geese, high in the clean blue air, are heading home again. Whoever you are, no matter how lonely, the world offers itself to your imagination, calls to you like the wild geese, harsh and exciting, over and over, announcing your place in the family of things.